The Three Little Pigs by Ian Beck. Once upon a time lived a mother pig with her 3 little pigs. They lived happily together, but the mother pig was very poor, and she decided to send the 3 little pigs into the world to seek their fortune. They set off into the sunset, each carried his few treasures, and some turnip top for lunch. After a while they reached a crossroads, and each little pig went down a different path. The first little pig met a man carrying a large bundle of straw. "Excuse me," he said, "would you give me some straw so that I may build a house?" "Certainly," said the man. "It's making me sneeze. Achoo!" The happy little pig built the house out of straw and settled down to his new life. Soon there was a knock on the door. "Who's there?" asked the little pig. "It's me, your friend, the wolf. Won't you let me in?" said a growling voice. "No," said the little pig, "not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." So the wolf said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." And he huffed, and he puffed, and down fell the straw house. The poor little pig ran off as fast as he could. The second little pig had met a man who was carrying a bundle of sticks. "Excuse me," he asked, "would you give me these sticks so I may build myself a house?" "Of course," replied the man. "I'd forgotten why I was carrying them in the first place." So the second little pig built himself a house, but soon there was a tap on the door. "Who is it?" the little pig asked nervously. "It's me, your brother," asked a worried voice. "Don't let me in." The second little pig opened the door, and in fell his brother. He was out of breath, and just as he was about to speak, there came a loud knock on the door. "Who's there?" asked the little pig. "It's me," growled a sly voice. "Open the door and let me in." "Never!" cried the 2 little pigs. "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chin. You shall never come in." So the wolf said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." So he huffed, and he puffed, and the house of the sticks blew apart. The 2 little pigs ran off as fast as they could. The third little pig had done exactly the same as his brother. He had walked happily along the road and soon met a man who was building a cart laden with heavy bricks and bags of cement. "Excuse me," he asked, "but might you spare me those bricks and some cement? They are just what I need to build a safe little house." "I'll be glad to," said the man. Pulling his load is hard work. So the third little pig built his house. It had 4 square walls and fine chimney, and had just settled down himself when there came a tap on the door. "Who's there?" he asked. "It's us, your brothers. Please let us in." The little pigs opened the door, and in they trembled. They were very out of breath. They had just started to speak when there came a loud knock on the door. "Who's there?" said the little pigs. "It's me," said the gruff voice. "Open the door and let me in." "Never!" cried the little pigs. "Not by our very hair on our chinny chin chins. You shall never come in." The wolf said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down, and then I shall come and eat you all up." The wolf drew in his breath. He huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed until he could blow no more, but the little house stood firm. The wolf was worn out. He was hungry and cross. "I shall find another way in," he snarled. He began to climb on to the roof. "He's going to come down the chimney," said the little pig. "What shall we do?" said the second little pig. "I know," said the third little pig. "We must build a fire." They set to and soon had a good fire blazing. The wolf lowered himself down the chimney, and his bottom inched downwards, so the flames inched upwards, until suddenly, yow! The wolf's bottom and tail they scorched, and he stood out of the chimney sparking like a rocket. The 3 little pigs were never troubled by the wolf again. They lived happily in the little brick house. Soon they sent for their mother, and they all lived happily together as for long as they could, which was a very long time. The end.